Got a bunch of Navy postcards from around the 1910s. And there's one in here that if Grandpa was here, he'd say, "Don't show Grandma this one." Picture postcards. This is a picture, and it's a postcard. This is the original Facebook. Instead of posting your photo online, you would get your picture taken, and then you would post it, send it to your family so they could see what you're doing, how you're doing. I got a whole group of these. They look like they're from Cuba around 1910, that area. This is probably two brothers, maybe it's friends, but you'd send this off and you would post that to them, and they could see how you're doing. This is a better example of a picture postcard. It also came in the same lot. I don't know if they're related, but this is a professional, a woman reading with her daughter, postcard. Very nice photo. And then these are all the Navy ones. So you'd send a picture of the Navy. Hey, these me and my boys. This is a leisure picture, but you could send that picture off. It cost you a penny. Some of the pictures that you have that are worth more money. You can see the cannon here. There's also, looks like a police officer of some sort. I'm not quite sure. But this, if you can identify who these people are, it would obviously bring more money, and it actually when they're from exactly. This is another one that looks like a crew. Now, these don't all have Navy hats, but this is, every one of these is a postcard, and you're going to be able to see maybe one or two Navy hats, but that was around the time of the Panama Canal, so we could have something to do with that. But these are workers here, and you could send this, and they could try to find you and tag you, just like they did. Now, in ships, they also had mascots on ships. This is Sparks. Now, this was as identified as Sparks. It's interesting because they're not identifying the sailors, but they are identifying the mascot. This is Sparks, nice little dog here. We also have, this one's cool because it's a kangaroo hanging out. I don't know if he was a mascot or if they were in Australia, but see, he's got a little bandage on there. But this is a really nice, cool photo. It appeals to both animals and, of course, military. Now we have a goat and a chicken at the USS Birmingham mascots. And these are mascots. As he said, we can tell the ship, where it was from. They were in that area in around 1910. There's a goat and a chicken. They are eating, and you would send that and say, "This is who I'm hanging out with, Mom." Now, this looks like Buck. This goat was in splints. They did fix him up. Probably fought with a chicken, but that's a cool little photo. Now, we also have like this. They had different things on ship to keep their attention. They did have boxing matches. I don't know if this was from a boxing match or if this was something that was taken and kind of like the original Photoshop. See what they're doing there. Bet on the winner, the original meme. You see these two gentlemen, kind of funny. You're going to send off that postcard. Now, this is from one of the boxing matches, and I'll tell you why in a second. You can see that they're about to box. This is the boxer. Don't know his name. Looks tough. Cool robe. Got the big C on there. Probably Kid Callahan, which is a great old-time name. And remember that face, because here's what he looks like. There he is there. Tough fists. Not the toughest trunks I've ever seen, but he's on the ship. He's going to fight on the ship. There's Kid Callahan. We do have his opponent. He doesn't look as daunting. He does have the same kind of trunks on there. Looking good. I don't know who won the fight. There's nothing to tell me. But that's the kind of things you send. "Hey, Mom, I was trying to fight some guy. Hope all is well." You could also tell the training. This is training. So carrying wounded man on field, a practice drill. It's practice. You can see what you're doing. You can date these by their uniforms. This is in Cuba again. There they are scaling the wall in Guantanamo Bay, U.S. Naval. It is practice drill, scaling the wall. We are still there, by the way. Oh, I did have one more cat here. This is a rescue cat. We still rescue cats. This is Tilly. She was rescued from the sinking steamer Bulldog, December 19th, 1909, when she was 1 month old. There she is. That's a great story. That's a postcard you want to see. That's a post you would like to look at. Now, there are some postcards that are a little bit strange. Okay, here is a sailor. He's talking to this woman behind a gate. I don't think she's in jail. That does not look like jail attire. They don't have plants in cells. This is called Lovemaking in Cuba by the Atlantic Fleet. It's copyright 1910. Lovemaking in Cuba. I'll let you make your own decision there. This is also an interesting. Courtship in Cuba was a little more interesting. A Cuban courtship. Apparently, there's bars and windows here. Now, that number is not the year. This is an old postcard. You can date postcards. Obviously, this one's going to be in the Republic of Cuba, so that's obviously not here. It's a postcard. Now, this is when... So, place the stamp here. 1 cent for United States and island possessions, Cuba, Canada, and Mexico. 2 cents if you want to go anywhere else. This wasn't dated, so this is an older postcard. That is just a number identifying this particular postcard. But that is interesting dating. Now, there's some, if you're in the military, I would not send postcards. This is a postcard of 2 graves. This is off the USS Birmingham, where he died in 1910. This one died in Cape Palmer. It died a prisoner. This is just kind of an interesting. I'm not quite sure why they would send this postcard. Maybe they knew them. But a postcard of gravestones, I don't know if I'd send that. Then I found some other ones that I just didn't quite get. So these are from New York, and this is Destruction of the Wholesale District in copyright 1909. A postcard of a fire. A postcard of a fire. Hey, hope all is well. I may burn to death. I don't get that. There's another one in the business section. A fire. There's quite a few of the fire ones. There's fire. Obviously, this is fake fire. But a panoramic view of the fire. Hey, I wonder how Cousin Joe's doing. Well, he might be burned up. There's quite a few of those. And then, of course, we have this one. What are you up to? Well, we're just executing people. Spanish soldiers shooting Cubans during the revolution in 1893. I don't know why this would be a postcard. This is not a happy time. Postcards are for vacations. They're for good times. This is just see, that's an actual postcard. It's a different place and time. Now, the last one I want to show you is one that Grandpa probably took, and Grandpa probably doesn't want Grandma to see. This picture is so interesting to me. This is that we're obviously in a bar. All the Navy soldiers, all the women are dressed the same. They all have a bow in their hair, but none of them... I don't know what's going on. Where is your hands? This poor guy's left out. But this is... I'm not going to make any guesses on this, but it's a bar. All the women are dressed the same. There's Navy sailors. That is a postcard. And if Grandpa was here, he'd probably say, don't show your grandmothers between me and you. Anyway, postcards. We got postcards that can bring some all right money, but they're actually pretty fun to look at. They're a history. It is the original Facebook. It's all your postings, where you been, what you've been doing. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Thanks again.